Tutorial 4 Structure. In the Dramatic Structure folder, there are 3 subfolders. One for Macro Structure, one for Objective Obstacle, and one for Setup Payoff. In the Macro Structure folder are the dramatic events of the script. For example, in Hamlet, when the ghost of his father appears to say he was murdered by his brother and current king, Hamlet's uncle, we have the trigger, or the story's question: how is Hamlet going to avenge his father's death? Click and drag the event up to the desired point in the script. Then there will appear a window to name it. Write a brief description and connect it to some specific character or plot. On top of that, you must grade it from 0 to 10, according to the importance of that dramatic event for the plot. In Hamlet, the answer to the question raised in the trigger is given at the moment when Hamlet kills King Claudius with his sword. After being applied to the script, the macrostructure dramatic events stay on the graph, connected by a dotted line. By passing the mouse over them, you will have the definition of each one. To alter their values, you may drag them up or down in the graph itself. By clicking, the script will go directly to the point where it was applied, and with a double click, you access the events window. Surf the macrostructure elements by using these buttons. In this way, you shall have easy access to detailed information of each application in the script. To erase, click on the waste bin. If more than one character is linked to macrostructure events, it's possible to click on this button to choose if the graph line will be continuous or if several lines will appear, one for each character. In the latter case, the lines will have the same colors as the characters. To analyze an objective obstacle, create it by clicking on the icon above. In Hamlet, the main objective is to avenge his father's death. After having created it, access this objective obstacle in the corresponding folder in the control window, where there will be an option to apply the objective or obstacle in the script. For example, on the same point you have the trigger, with the ghost's revelation to Hamlet, is the point where the objective of avenging his father's death appears. Note that at every application of the objective in the script, a window will appear with the name, plot, and character to which it is related, and you may classify it. In this case, it is Introduction. Establish if there are any other characters related to achieving it. Write a small summary and grade it from 0 to 10 according to the importance of this objective. The application of the obstacle points in the script follows the same logic. For example, when Laertes, enraged by his father's death, wants to kill Hamlet and is used by King Claudius, he becomes an obstacle to Hamlet's objective. Note that the obstacle classification options are different from the objective, and the name next to it is for you to indicate the antagonistic character, the agent of this obstacle. In the graph, by double-clicking on the icon, you also have access to each objective or obstacle window applied to the script. Using the arrow icons, you have easy access to all the applications that form this objective-obstacle pair. To use the setup-payoff relation, click on the icon above. I shall use as an example the phrase, "something is rotten in the state of Denmark," the remark said by the castle guard when seeing for the first time the ghost of deceased King Hamlet gives a direct clue of what the ghost himself has to reveal. To access the event created, go to the corresponding folder in the control window. Like the macrostructure events and the objective obstacle, simply drag the setup and payoff to the desired points on the script. In each application, there will be a window with the event's information and the 0 to 10 grading bar, according to its intensity. In this case, the setup happens at the moment the guard says the phrase, and the payoff is when the ghost reveals that indeed there is something very rotten in the state of Denmark.